Shri Krishna came at a time on this earth when in India the people were very much ritualistic. They had become slaves of the so-called Brahmins who had no idea about God at all, because they started a theme that a Brahmin can have a Brahmin son. So the birth determined the caste of a person. Before that, it was not that a Brahmin would have a Brahmin as his son. It's also true that if you are a realized soul in the real sense, if you are a really realized soul, then you must have a child which is a realized soul. And that is how also, if it was said that if the father is a Brahmin, is a realized soul, his son also becomes a Brahmin. Because you are a Sahaja now, you can understand that a Sahaja's son normally becomes a Sahaja. So it was agreed that children of a Brahmin will be called as a Brahmin. Gradually it amounted to this, that any child born out of a Brahmin was called as Brahmin. Now we have seen that many Sahajogis also don't have realized souls as their children. Maybe their own karmas, maybe the child, anything it is. But even I have seen some Sahajogis having horribly devilish children. So it shows that it is not through your birth you can claim that you are a Brahmin or the one who has known the Brahma. Brahma is the all-pervading power. So you have to be a Brahmin by your karma, by what you do. That is how we have got Valmiki, who was just a fisherman. He wrote Ramayana, he was a great Brahmin. Then we have got Vyasa, who wrote Gita. He was an illegitimate son of a fisherwoman, and he wrote Gita. So this idea was flouted by Sri Krishna's incarnation. He wanted to flout this idea that Brahmins are the ones who can only worship God. So, to put another extreme to what Rama had created, to bring people into the center, because through Rama they went to another rigid form, a rigidity of ritualism, and too much of fundamentalism. So to put an end to that, he wanted to bring the society to another extreme. Of course, Sri Rama himself incarnated as Sri Krishna. As I told you about eyes yesterday, is very important. That eyes are the ones which gives you the play of Sri Krishna, the power of Sri Krishna. Even a glance, a little glance of a person who has Krishna consciousness, as they call it, if he has Krishna consciousness, then should be able to awaken the Kundalini, should be able to redeem, should be able to comfort, should be able to cure anyone. Even a glance, a side glance can do it, if it has Krishna consciousness, but not self-certified ones who say we are Krishna consciousness all the time, taking the name of Shri Krishna or any mantra. So on the left-hand side, the escape is feeling guilty. When you feel guilty, they try to find out some method of expression. So they say they go to some guru, and then the guru gives them some sort of a mantra, and they accept that mantra, they go on saying. As a result of that, they catch more on the left Vishuddhi. Because if you go on saying mantra without the connection, you get completely caught up. So the left Vishuddhi is again gone, and your mantras are absolutely useless, they are destroying time. Actually, many people I have seen who get to heart attacks, who get anginas, and also who get cancer are the people who have been doing mantras like this without the connection with the divine. If you are not connected, say for example, this is not connected and I start using it too much, it will get spoiled. In the same way, the center on the left hand side gets spoiled when you start saying any mantra without being connected, without feeling the power of that mantra. So, in Sahaja Yoga, we've got mantras to neutralize these mantras on the left hand side. Right hand side comes when we talk big. It's a common thing with your politicians, they talk very big. They think they are very responsible people and do all irresponsible things. So, when you want to spoil that chakra, one has to do some irresponsible talk. So, like that, we can say, I will do this for you, I will do that, I like it, I can find this, I can manage this, finished. When you start saying in the ego form that I have to do this, I will do this, then our ego shows up. But on the contrary, if you say, I have to do for you, Father, I have to do for you, Mother, it's your work I am doing, then the whole thing disappears and you get that beautiful thing called surrender, which is Islam. Islam is nothing but surrender. So you surrender yourself by saying, this is your work, Father. I am working for you. I am your instrument. I am your flute. So you play the melody of God. But for that also the central point of discretion has to be used. Every time you go back to discretion. Like some people do all kinds of wrong things and they say, Mother, we did it for you. How can it be? Like somebody wants to drink. He say, I got drunk because, Mother, I wanted to help you. Or Hitler can say that I killed so many people because I wanted to remove all the Jews who killed Christ. So this right Vishuddhi gives you a kind of a mind which tries to justify everything and tries to explain everything. Every action can be explained. Why did you murder? Because this. Why did you do that? Because of this. Once you start justifying your wrong deeds, right Vishuddhi goes up to your brain. And then whatever you do has a justification. Like if I say that the Americans came to this country, they actually robbed other people of their land and now very nicely settled down. Now, when I say that, immediately most of them will go to the left Vishuddhi. Oh, we are very guilty, we did this, we did that. But a real Sahaja won't do that. A real Sahaja, what he will do? He said, all right, this is done by my forefathers, I did not do it. But I can try to rectify. I'll try to be beyond racialism. I'll look after these people who have been robbed. I'll try to give them whatever is possible. This is the way you face, and not just to say, oh, I'm so guilty that my forefathers did this and all that. But what are you doing about it? Like I went to Switzerland and I said, don't feel guilty. So one lady said that I'm feeling guilty for Vietnam. I said, what did you do there? Why are you feeling guilty for Vietnam of all the things at least you did not go to fight there? Why did you feel guilty about it? So she says, I'm feeling just guilty because I think we have done a wrong thing. I said, but how do you call yourself we? So this is also another point which comes out of indiscretion, that we suddenly become a personality which is a part and parcel of the whole. So we think that, oh, we in Americans are of the world. All right, how? The day you become the world, most of the problems will be solved. They are the greatest headaches, like Russians are. Both are headaches to the whole world. If they become the whole world, there is no problem. There is no problem, because then they become the love. But just assuming a situation where we think, we are, we. Who are the we? Husband and wife can't live together. Children and father cannot live together. Mother cannot live with the children. What are we? Where are we? Such fragmentations. They'll fight over small things like a pen knife or something, which pen knife to be bought? For that they will fight. How are they weak? There is no union, there is no concord. Just the opposite of all that is the Vishuddhi Chakra. So, from the very beginning, if you see that a person who is a realized soul should see everything as a play. Even the destruction of evil is important. Even the killing of the evil is important. If you do not kill the evil will rule. Do you think Hitler should have been saved and should have been put in charge of God? He is saved by killing him. Because he was destroyed, because everything was destroyed, he is saved. This is to be understood in his life, Krishna's life, that this is first thing happens. So that for you people, evil is to be finished. So what you have to pray, that, O Lord, finish all the evil of the world, all the destruction of the world, all the minds which build up our destruction, please try to neutralize it. This is what a Sahaja Yogi should ask for.